Yo, what's good, man? UFC 324 is this weekend. Well, it's tomorrow. By recording the video, it's tomorrow. Headlined by Gaethje versus Pimblett for the lightweight interim belt. You know, I'm extremely hyped for this card. This is, for the first card of the year, this is actually a pretty decent card. We got Gaethje in the card, Pimblett the card, of course. We got O'Malley, Yadong on the card. We got Umar. We got Figueredo. We got Rose, Natalia Silva. God, she got Paddy, bro. We got who else we got on the card? We got Michael Johnson, Alexander Hernandez, Nikita Krabulov. Who else we got? We got Derek Lewis, Wado Acosta. Um, who else we got on the card? Um, I think I named the big ones, yeah. But yeah, the rest are nobodies, man. They're not gonna be in the fucking UFC in the next fucking 3 years. They're like 10 day contract players, 10-day contract players, man. Like they finna have nothing in the UFC. Anyways, man, let's get started here, bro. Oh shit, I forgot about Gene Silva and Arnold Allen, and also them. They're nobody. They're not nobodies. They're somebody. Anyways, man, we starting off with the card. Adam Fugit versus Ty Miller, man. Only reason I know about Adam Fugit, bro, is because he got slimed out by Islam. What's his name? Islam Duliatov, and then he got signed out by Michael Morales. Ty Miller, you know, he's debuting from the Dana White Contender Series, and he's a, I guess, young up and coming American prospect. And honestly, bro, I got Miller should not be struggling against Fugit, man. Fugit, bro, like he's like he's like Shaq in the Celtics, man. Fugit. I mean, I don't think Fugit was ever a high contender fighter at one point, but Fugit's washed up. He's old as fuck. He's coming off loss, being fucking KO'd badly. So I got my boy Ty Miller, man. He should get this second round KO. Second round KO. Now moving up, we had these two fat fucks in the heavyweight. We had Denzel Freeman and Josh Hockett, man. And oh my goodness, man, Denzel looks like a fucking black man from the fucking 50s and 60s. He looks like a stereotypical black man from the 50s and 60s, bro. This is no racist shit. This is no racist shit. And look at his name, bro. Denzel Freeman, bro. His name is not doing him any justice. And I did do a little bit of research on this. I'm not gonna do predictions with no, I guess, research on these fighters. I did like minor researches on the early prelims and prelims, because these are like is Josh Hockett finna be a high contender in the heavyweight division? Probably, because heavyweight's shit, but like probably will not crack the top 10, guaranteed. He wouldn't. You could look back at this video. Josh Hockett would not crack at the top 10, or Denzel Freeman. I feel Denzel Freeman is literally 3 fights away from getting cut. Anyways, man, I know Josh Hockett, he's in a knockout streak, and Denzel Freeman, he's like a decision merchant, and low key, and heavyweight, if you don't got power, then you're fucked. Denzel Freeman, he's bringing people to decisions, and heavyweight, and fucking heavyweight. I got Josh Hockett by first round KO, slimed out. Finna send Denzel Freeman back to the plantations. That's okay. That's fucked up. I should have said that. Anyways, man, moving on swiftly. We got the Battle of the Yonks, man. Michael Johnson versus Alexander Hernandez. And I got Michael Johnson, bro. I got Michael Johnson. The last fight, Michael Johnson is looking good, man. This guy does not age for shit. He still has the same speed, same power, same movement, everything, man. Like, hasn't skipped a beat. And I feel when you're an old fighter and fighting another like veteran fighter, usually these veterans fight at the end of the career, and they're limited. But Michael Johnson's not limited. He's pretty much exactly the same person, same fighter he was a year, 2 years ago, man. He still has a pretty decent chin. He has good speed, good power, He's coming out of a win. I mean, both of them are, but some of my Alexander Hernandez, I do not see him winning at all. Like I don't see a world of him winning. Like I cannot envision Alexander. Only way I see him winning is him getting like a split decision. But I predict, I say Michael Johnson second round. I'm gonna say TKO. I don't think he's gonna fully put him out cold. He could, but I don't see it. I say Michael Johnson second round TKO, man. Anyways, man, moving on to the prelims, we got Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson, man. So even though Alex Perez is coming off a loss, I feel we shouldn't still count him out. We shouldn't still count him out, even though I think he's in a losing streak. If I'm not wrong, I I think he is. Last time I don't know. I forgot. I forgot about that shit. But I feel like Alex Perez is still. He still has some left in the tank, man. He still has something left in the tank. And I feel we shouldn't count him out. But I feel Charles Johnson still. I think Charles Johnson still beats him though. Charles Johnson's the person that knocked out Joshua Van, and look at what Joshua Van is. He's a fucking champ. Well, yeah, a champ technically. I mean, he is a champ, but yeah, and Charles Johnson, man, he's even though, bro, his hairline is all the way back here. Look at that shit, bro. Wait, bro, this guy's hairline is all the way in the fucking back of his head, bro. You know, let that shit go, bro. I feel like unks need to let when your hairline gets to like right here in the top, you gotta let that shit go, man. Because there's no coming back unless you go to Turkey and get the surgery. But if you're not going to Turkey and get the surgery, let that shit go, man. It's better to go bald. And I did see him in the fucking weigh-ins, bro. He fucking grew his hair out. What the fuck, man? Let that shit go, man. I don't know. Maybe it does give him like character. It does give him character. But yeah, I say Charles Johnson. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say first round TKO. First round TKO. I'm gonna say that. And the only way I see Perez winning is by like the skin of his teeth decision. Moving on. Nikita Cry. Fuck, I fucked that up, man. Nikita Krylov versus Modestas. Boo. Man, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna try to pronounce it now. I'm gonna butcher that shit. But I'm gonna say my boy Modestas, man. Modestas versus Krylov, man. And I got Modestas, man. Krylov, your time has come. It's time to hang it up after this fight. And I'm not just being biased because he sold my fucking parlay last time I bet. I picked him, but bro, you got slimed out. You're getting old, and you're not getting any younger. You know, Medicine is younger than you. He has a good chin. Your chin is fucking non-existent, bro. Not existent, man. And it's sad, bro, because Nikita was like one of those fighters when I was first getting into the UFC. He was like one of those fighters I was like, I guess, had tabs on to see where her careers go. And when I was keeping track of him, he was regarded as like a good contender in light heavyweight. But how had the mighty have fallen? Had the mighty have fallen? Sad to see, man. The Kid Kovilov, man, your time has come. I'll say Modestas by second round KO. I feel Kovilov maybe first round is gonna put a good fight up, but the story like Yeller, man, you gotta get put down. Sad to see, man. Rest in peace, Nikita Kovilov, man. Second round, I'll say second round KO, and I think he's actually getting stuff that gold. Now moving on, we got Ateba Gutierrez versus Andrei Pulayev. And Gutierrez, man, bro, Gutierrez. I feel Gutierrez finna kill this guy. Pulayev has no chance. I will put my life, your life, all my friends, family's life on Gutierrez to win this first round KO, slimed out, literally get put on a t-shirt. Look at this guy, bro. This motherfucker looks jacked, bro. This motherfucker is jacked. He looks sauced up, man. You know, and people say he's like middleweight Ngannou, which is true, man. Because when I seen his, his debut fight, bro, motherfucker just pushed him down, just bare strength. Literally, just pushed him down. Just started slamming him out, bro. And fuck my phone off. And I'm gonna keep tabs on Gutierrez, man, because Gutierrez, man, he's gonna be one of them to watch out for the future. I'll say in the next two years, you know, watch out for Gutierrez, man. He's gonna be a good contender to put tabs on and try to try to get on the train early as possible in the hype train. So yeah, I'm gonna say Gutierrez, third minute of the first round. Anything past that, you know, and you probably shouldn't take gambling advice from me because gambling is bad and shit like that. Anyways, man, moving on, bro. We got Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davis and Figueiredo, man. Ah, man, Umar's winning, man. You know, I'm sad saying this, but Umar's gonna win this. You know, me, I don't fuck with like the Dagestani fighters like that, man. I don't fuck with them. I mean, I fuck with Islam. I used to fuck with Hamza until that fucking DDP performance, man. But like Umar, I don't know, man. He brings a bad taste in my mouth, man. Like disgusts me, man. But Umar decision finna wrestle fucking. He's gonna wrestle fucking, man. You know, I'm not honestly no. I think Davison he has still good power. You know, Davison still has very good power. He's very good in the ground, but Umar, is a level more up than Davison in the ground. Even though Davison has good jiu-jitsu, good ground game, good takedown defense and stuff like that, but like Umar, man, he trains in the fucking mountains with Dagestan, with his cousins, his brothers, and shit like that, and pretty much does his entire life. And I like I said, don't take any gambling advice from me, but I would put some money on Davison getting at least a knockdown against Umar. I could see Davison dropping Umar, but not finishing him. I don't think Umar's gonna get finished at all, but I feel like a flash knockdown, where like Umar gets caught off guard, gets fucking sat to the ground, and then gets back up and shit like that, and wrestle fucks him to the ground again. But like I said, Umar decision, maybe third round submission. Now moving on to the main card, man. Opening up the main card, we got Gene Silver versus Arnold Allen, man. Bro, I used to fuck with Gene Silva. Now, bro, this guy, bro, if like I might show a clip if I edit back, but like there's a clip of him like doing like the promotion for the Paramount shit. Bro, this motherfucker started crying and screaming, holding the UFC.
We're good. Eu já pegar essa porra aí, cara. What you guys think?
Belt. And it will be acceptable if he's fighting for the belt or if he's like up next for the belt. Brother, if you beat Allen, you're nowhere near the belt. You still probably need one more fight to get at least a title shot again. But like, bro, this guy pisses me off, and another reason because he supports them. Can't say because YouTube might find this and might try to take me down before I start growing. So I'm easy to refer them to them. Gene is one of them. Maybe if you replace with the last two words of his first name with with a W, you understand who them is. But anyways, man, I'm getting off track. I'm gonna say Gene Silva. Even though I don't fuck with Gene Silva, I can't deny he's still a good talented fighter, man. He's still a high level fighter, and probably could be a future champ. Honestly, if Volkanovski is not retires, but I think I got Gene Silva. I'm gonna say, bro. I'm gonna say like I'm gonna shit. I'm gonna say honestly. I'm gonna say decision. I'm gonna say decision. I feel Arnold Allen is very underrated. He's very underrated, man. Like he pretty much faced off Prime Max and kept it competitive until the last round. And there's not many people that could say they had a very like the skin of their teeth type of fight against Max Holloway, because usually they're either knocked out or they got like outclassed. But Arnold is very underrated, and he has very good striking. But he does break. He does have like brittle hands and breaks his fucking hands a lot. He's always injured. But I think G Silva, I'm gonna say Gene Silva still gets the dub. I'm gonna say decision. If not decision, I'm gonna say like second round TKO. Even though it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. I don't fuck with Gene Silva, man. Now we got Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas, man. Oof, man. Natalia Silva, bro. If you seen her at the press conference, you know. Now I think the whole world, knows now. You know, and I'm gonna send Natalia Silva decision. Women's fights. I don't really keep up with women's fights because it's not like it's really like women's MMA is like as bad as like women's basketball. Is literally as bad as women's basketball, man. But no, but no, except for like the people, like the women at the top level. At the top level is there's some entertainment. There is like some entertainment, but like lower level women fights, they're like, bro, they're literally like a bathroom break. They're literally like a phone break, bro. Like you be like scrolling your phone on Instagram, on TikTok, checking who messaged you and shit. Like, but I'm getting carried away. I'm gonna tell Natalia Silva. Honestly, I see him submitting Namajunas. Namajunas is old. Like, bro, Namajunas, bro. I don't know why she looks so funny. Like, something about her like looks, bro. I can't take Namajunas seriously, man. But I'm gonna say Natalia Silva second round submission. And I feel this, Namajunas' career is gonna continuously go down, go down, go down. And honestly, I see Namajunas. Honestly, I could see Namajunas retiring this year. I could see her retiring this year, man. And Namajunas, she's a legend. She's like I guess up there with the greatest woman to ever do it. She's not the GOAT, but like she's like up there, like one of the best to do it. She had a good career and shit like that. But fortunately, it's Natalia Silva's time. Man, she's a fucking baddie. Anyways, bro, we got here we go, man. I'm gonna say this is gonna be the fight of the night right here. This is gonna be fight of the night right here, man. Eduardo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis, man. And I feel this is a 50-50 fight. This is literally, I know you could say like, oh, Acosta is coming off, momentum. He's younger. Lewis is pushing 40. Well, I think he is. I think Acosta is not even. I think in his 30s Acosta is. I don't even know, but I could see both sides. I could see Derrick Lewis pulling off a fucking fluke KO in the first round. I could literally see that shit happening. But I also could see Acosta, putting on a performance and finishing Derrick Lewis in the second round. And people forget, man. People forget. Third round Derrick Lewis is one of the most dangerous fighters to ever, not even to be in the UFC, to ever exist. Third round Derrick Lewis is one of the most dangerous humans to exist. And if we get there, then you should put all your money on Derrick Lewis on the third round. if it gets to the third round. But I don't think it will. I think max like second round. Second round. I think max second round is this fight will get. I feel it's gonna be, the old classics, the old classic, two blobs fighting, you're swinging like a bar fight and all that shit. No, I was like not sloppy and you know what I'm trying to say. Like, heavyweights, you're swinging, throwing hydrogen bombs and shit like that, bro. But I got Acosta. I'm gonna say first round. I'm gonna say Acosta because he he is an inch taller. He has momentum. Derek Lewis, he's like limboing. Sometimes he loses, sometimes he wins. He's not consistent as much anymore. Acosta's coming off a big win against Shamil, and I don't know that guy's name, but when he got eye poked, and then he came back and knocked him out. I remember that shit. I couldn't believe it because I actually put money on the other guy because I didn't know nothing about Costa. And when I seen that shit happen, I was like, I was like, bro, I was shocked. I was shocked. And also, he's Dominican. He's representing all the Hispanics. Me, I'm Hispanic, not Dominican though. Nowhere near Dominican. I mean, I have like Dominican neighbors. They chill, but they I the only thing I hate about Dominicans, bro, is their fucking accent, bro. Dominican accents in the way how they talk. They talk too fast, bro. Like you can barely understand them. But anyways, bro, I'm gonna say Acosta first round KO. He's gonna put on. He's gonna put on Dominican Republic on the map for the UFC because he's one of the biggest Dominican fighters right now in the UFC. You know, so I'm gonna say first round Acosta. If not, then third round Derek Lewis. Second round it's gonna be the 50-50. Anyways, moving on to the co-main. I'm with O'Malley, man. I'm with O'Malley versus Song Yadong, man. And this is gonna be a very technical fight here. And I feel people are writing off Song Yadong like too quickly, man. Like, are we not forgetting he actually had a very competitive fight against Peter Yan or Peter Yan? I don't. I say Peter Yan, whatever, man. But he had a very competitive fight against Peter Yan, man, who was a champion. And if it wasn't for the takedowns, Song Yadong could have was winning some exchanges and stuff like that. He was like piecing up Yan and O'Malley doing the same thing, but it's more controversial because O'Malley, had to split. In my opinion, I think O'Malley did enough to beat Yan, but I could see both cases. I feel O'Malley Yan was like one of those fights where like there's like cases for both fighters of like who could win, you know. But even though O'Malley's coming off two 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 losses against Marab, does not change anything about him because Marab he's on his own level, as is Yan as well, you know. But I must I must say O'Malley gets this done, Even though Song is still very talented, has good power, quick and stuff like that. I feel O'Malley, he's a sniper, man. People forget he's a sniper, man. I feel O'Malley's gonna rejuvenate his career again. I feel he's kind of falling off. I want to say he fell off, but I'm saying like people are less hype about him because he lost to Marab 2 times in a row. But I feel this fight is gonna put O'Malley back in the map and back up there for title contender fights. And I'm gonna say O'Malley gets this done. Mm, I'm gonna say he gets this done. I'm gonna say third round. Third round TKO. I'm gonna say O'Malley finishes Yadong. And also I forget, Yadong had a fight against Cejudo, man. And that fight was actually pretty competitive as well until the eye poke stoppage and stuff like that. And like I know Cejudo, he's still like goodish. Well, when he fought Talbot, you know, Cejudo was like, he's not bad, but like he's not as good as he used to be. But with Yadong, he was. better than as he was against Talbot, and he was actually pretty competitive against Cejudo. And if you're being competitive with Cejudo, who's slowly, well, he's retired, who's falling off. If you having a competitive fight with him, I don't think you can beat O'Malley because O'Malley, man, he has the height advantage, the reach advantage. I could say power advantage, like pure power. I feel O'Malley probably has a better chance of KOing Yadong than Yadong KOing O'Malley. I swear, bro, if Yadong KOs O'Malley, man, this shit's gonna age like fucking milk. But anyways, I think I got O'Malley third round TKO. If not, then decision. Now we got the big main event here. Oh shit, we got the big main event. We got Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett, man, for the interim lightweight title. And I was thinking long and hard about this. Cause there's days where I could see, oh, Gaethje got that, and then there's days like, oh, Pimblett got that. I could see, I could see either of them winning. I could see cases of why they could win, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Paddy got this. I'm gonna say Paddy wins this. You know, I feel this is I feel people are writing off Justin Gaethje too quickly. Cause look, Paddy has a lot of holes in this game which Justin could take advantage of, and then Gaethje has holes in the game where Paddy could take advantage. Paddy's weakness is in the striking. Chin is up, has bad defense, doesn't move his head. You know, and Gaethje's problem is the ground game, bro. It's the ground game. If you take him to the ground, you're pretty much dominating him. He's not getting back up. I mean, I want to say he wouldn't get back up, but he kind of struggles to get back up. But Gaethje does have pretty good takedown defense, even though he got taken out by fucking Fiziev and got put in a fucking triangle choke in. If Fiziev really knew how to put a triangle choke in, probably would have finished Gaethje in the first 2 minutes of the fight. And because of the sole reason of I see Gaethje struggling in jiu-jitsu and he's pretty much just sitting there in position like that, I'm gonna say Paddy has that. I'm gonna say Paddy wins this, and I'm gonna say third round submission. I feel the first round, I feel Gaethje's finna show. I see Gaethje dropping Paddy, like that's a guarantee. If you want to put money on Gaethje dropping Paddy at least once in this fight, and that could be a downfall for me because Gaethje, even though Gaethje hasn't knocked anybody out recently for a while, he still has power. He's fucking Rufus. He has the autistic power and shit like that. And Paddy's a scouser, and they don't get knocked out, but the they never say they don't get dropped. And I could see Paddy getting dropped easily. I could see Paddy getting dropped. If you want to put money on Gaethje dropping Paddy at least once in this fight. But even though I could see Gaethje dropping Paddy, I'm gonna say Paddy still has that. Even though people say like, oh, Paddy's resume, like Ferguson, Chandler, and who else? Who else? And Bobby Green. You know, you do have a case where you say like, oh, his last opponents were those three people, and Gaethje's last opponents were Max, um, Fiziev, and Poirier. Yeah, his last three were that because Fiziev he won, Max he got slammed out, Poirier he beat, and like I said, man, the resumes does not give Paddy any justice, but I'm I I I'm going to pick Paddy to win third round submission, and only way I see Gaethje winning is probably like fifth round or fourth round, because we really haven't seen Paddy get brought out to like the later rounds to see him gas out to see what will Paddy do when he gets gassed out, and he's pretty much fighting with just heart and will. But until then, I'm gonna say Paddy. I'm gonna say Paddy gets this third round submission. You know, and honestly, I feel this could be this could be one of the last times Gaethje fights, because like he said, like he only wants to chase titles, and this is his only other way to get to the title. Oh, I don't know if you hear the police outside, but like I said, man, I feel this could be the very last time Gage we'll see Gaethje in the octagon if he loses. But if he doesn't, then we'll probably see him against Ilya. But this could be the last time we see Gaethje, because he said himself, like, he doesn't want to fight anybody else. He doesn't want to fight if it's not for a title or leading up to a title. And Gaethje is riding, I guess, momentum, even though he beat Fiziev, who's like not even top 10, and he was whining about a fucking title shot, and I guess he got his title shot. Well, his number one contender, even though we should have done Hooker, we should have done Hooker Gaethje a long time ago. Gaethje didn't want to do that shit. Gaethje might have retired probably earlier. No, because I think Gaethje would have still beat Hooker, even if they fought when they were first scheduled. I think I still see Gaethje still beating Hooker, but like I said, they're on submission, and hopefully, I'm honestly I could see. I could see I get like 3 or 4 picks wrong. You know, I'm a my goal for my picks is to get at least a positive record for my first time picking these fights. I want to keep a positive record to start off good for the first card of the year and of the Paramount era. You know, and my goal is to try to at least get like a positive record. I swear, if I go like, I think there's like, I don't know how much fights are here. I'll say there's about 12. I'm gonna say there's about 12 fights here. I didn't count. I'm gonna say there's about 12 fights here. So I'm gonna try to at least try to max the worst, like 7-5 record. Anything below a 7-5 record, I'll deem that unsuccessful picks. Anyways, man, more content coming soon, man. Especially now that I can watch these fights and watch these fights back again. More content coming soon, and I'm gonna try to figure out, what ideas I could bring. And my goal is to at least put a video out, at least one video a week, because thing with me, my thing I haven't been consistent at all. Because I before I posted, I'm about to post this fucking video. I posted like 2 other videos, and I just left that shit. I didn't put anything else until now. But now it's gonna be a new year. I'm gonna, see how things go. These first couple videos, I'm gonna use, you shoot darts at the dartboard and see what lands, and see what brings out the most, I guess, engagement in the algorithm. Because I'm trying to figure this shit out. It's my first time actually like grinding YouTube. I actually want to grind this shit and build like a community shit. Because I really am passionate about MMA and stuff, like MMA and stuff. And I want to build like a community, comments, views, and shit like that. I don't really care about the money, because money is like, it's chill. It's good. Money is good, but me, I just want to like have a community, and just speak of what I love about. I love MMA. Right? MMA is a cool ass sport, and also this Paramount deal could reach out to more audiences that probably would never hear about UFC or MMA in general. So yeah, man, this Paramount, I'm extremely hyped for this, because this is gonna be the first time I'm gonna actually see a pay per view without worrying about if the stream getting taken down, crashing, you know, you know. Oh man, I remember this one time where I was watching the fuck. What was it? Oh, it was the Alex and Ankalaev fight, and the stream crashed, and it was literally about to be the first round. I literally tried to find a stream quickly, man, and thankfully I found a stream quickly before the finish happened. But anyways, man, more content coming soon. I see y'all later, man.